Hello, this is John from caveofprogramming.com and welcome to the Learn Android Programming in Java tutorial from Cave of Programming. And in this first section of the tutorial, we're going to be looking at the nuts and bolts of basic Android programming. So I'm going to be teaching you the basic concepts that you need to know in order to create and publish an Android application. And I'm going to use as a framework for this first section of the tutorial, I'm going to create a pretty simple application which I call NoteSquirrel. And NoteSquirrel has a customizable image for the front screen, and this is kind of a lock screen that protects some secret text. So if I click 4 random points here, it's going to deny me access here. But if I click just the right 4 points, then it's going to let me in and I can see my secret text. And you can customize the lock screen here, and you can also change the image by selecting an image from the gallery or taking a photo. So we're going to put this application together step by step, and in fact I'm not going to show you every single step in this application, because where the application just involves doing some standard Java stuff, I'm going to miss that out to keep things reasonably short. But I am going to show you every single Android bit of kind of Android specific bit of programming that I do to put this application together. So there are various ways that you could work through this first bit of the course, and if you know Java pretty well and you want a bit of a challenge, then you could follow this application step by step, create it for yourself. And there are going to be certain points, for example, people tell me that sometime around lecture 14 it gets a bit tricky, where you're going to have to really think for yourself and do some just standard Java programming using the concepts that I've told you to put the application together. And if your Java is a bit shaky and you're kind of learning Java and Android at the same time, then probably what you'll want to do is just look at some of the basic stuff that I show you here. And it's really important to use the concepts, try to use them to put together your own kind of application, and keep it really simple, and ultimately you should be successful in making your own first Android application. And I find actually one of the big mistakes you can make in building an application is if you start off making it too ambitious. It's much better to start off with the idea of creating a really simple application using a few basic concepts and get it to the point where you could publish it and where it does something useful, and then add more functionality to it if you still have the enthusiasm for that particular application. So that's all I'm going to say this time, and in the next tutorial we're going to move on to setting up your system for Android development, and we're going to be using all free tools, and everything's going to be free apart from your Android device, of course. And we're going to work right through all the kind of basic concepts plus some extra stuff that you might not need in your basic application, all the way through to publishing the app on the Google Play Store. So join me again next time, and until next time, happy coding.